So now we have some borders and dimension things to understand. So for that, I'm gonna create a span tag, and in that tag I can write like here is some text, not some text. Okay, so I hope it will reflect here. Yes, it is. So for this I can just can zoom this for the better understanding. Okay, and for this I can go to the default.css and can write couple of things for the span tag. Okay, so this is a way of selector and can write things. So as we have already learned about the background, we can give the background red, which is of course a bad color, and we can like give any hex code. So for that we have an entire together different video. So for the color coding you can look on that here. Okay, so in this span tag what I'm going to do, I'm going to give some border. So border is having three property, which is like border type can be solid, and border thickness I'm just having this 1 pixel thick, and border color, so I'm giving just black color, let's say. So this how we'll have the border colors. Is that okay? Okay, so this is border. So this is a shorthand property. We can write like border type or border style, we can say like solid, and border width 1 pixel, and border color, which is like BLSCK. So these three properties, and we can comment this one and save it, will have the same result. So for that we have the shorthand property, which is border. So I usually use the shorthand one. So just read out of this and can uncomment this. For the specific borders like border top, we can write like border top, so it will give only border top, and we can also use border bottom. Here it is, and similarly left and right. So you know better now. So I'm just having it as it is now. So now this is about the border, and you can change this. So there are some types of like double, right? So here we have the double border, and if we give the thickness, then we'll get to know that there are double border. So if it not, so there is not much space to visible. We can have like dashed, so like this way you can see, like we also have dotted. Okay, so this way we have grooved, like groove. So this one is grooved. You cannot see this if I do the like this, and let's suppose 100. So like this way we have the grooved one. Okay, okay, so generally I use this solid one, which is quite okay for me, and which is like enough for our work. So now just start with the width property. So whenever we want to give a particular dimension to any component, we can have this width. So we can have like 500 pixel. I'm just saving this. So width is not applied, or we can have the height of 100 pixel, so that will also not applied on this. So like this way. Okay, so it is not reflected here. And why it is not reflected? So whenever you are taking any span tag, okay, so this is a inline element. So understand these two things. There are two kind of elements, one is inline and one is block. So I'm going to use a div over here. Here is my content, and it is the div. Instead of span, what I'm going to use is div. Save it, and it will take my width and height. So if I give the width also 100 pixel, that will wrap my text down the item. So do you understand now what is the difference? So difference is very simple. So all the block elements are used as a container, and all these span tag are used for the content. So there is the difference. Whenever you want to show any content, you will use the span, and whenever you are need to have a container, you will use the div. Okay, so this is the basic difference in a block element and an inline element. There are a couple more we'll discuss in later. Okay, so this how we can use the height and width. And let's suppose we have we just remove this span out from here, and we can have a lot of data inside this. Let's suppose lipsum multipara, save it, and look at this. So it just overflowed from the div. Okay, so what we can do, like we can can remove this height parameter, and it will automatically grow till the height it is having the content. You can see this. Sounds good? Okay, we can also provide some max height like this way. Okay, so max height can be like 400 pixel. So it will like maximum it will go to the 400 pixel, and after that it will get overflow. And what we can do for this overflow, there is a simple property what we call overflow, and we can give the property like hidden. So the overflow content will get height, but this is not the perfect response what we want. We can see like overflow scroll. So this will give the scrolling under this, but it will allow both the scrolling, like X scrolling and Y scrolling. So instead of scroll, we use auto. So wherever it is scrollable, it will scroll only that direction. So this is one of the quite good functionality. Similarly, for the width also, we can have like max width of 300. So you can see like, so it grow till the 300, and then if there is more data, so I'll try to have one more paragraph like this. Okay, save it and save it. So if there is more data, it will get scroll. So you'll confuse that what is the difference then in a width and the max width and a height or a max height. So the difference is, if there is less data which is not reached to 400, it won't take the 400 pixel height. So let's suppose if there are less data, I'm just getting rid of the data and remove this also. So look at this, it's getting shrinked. So it's only feeling the max height, not feeling the the height static to the 400. Okay, so similarly we can give the min height as well, like 100 pixel. So it can't go lesser than the some content, but it will take at least 100 pixel of height. So hope you are clear with the min width, min height, width, and the border. So these are the properties, and we also have understood about the overflow also. So these are the things. Okay, and now just play with something. Like first of all, we just need to give the spelling correct to the content, some content. Okay, so here it is. So look at this, the gap between the border and the content, this border, this is the black border, and the content is called as padding. So we can give like padding of 10 pixel. So you can see this gap is 10 pixel, and this gap is called as padding. And from this border to the outer world, like border to the inner world is called as padding, and from this border to the outer world is called margin. So which is called margin. So you can see the difference. See, it is not reflected. Just say right, I am saving this, it will get reflect. Okay, so this is the difference now. So this is what we call padding, and this is what we call margin. So we can give specific padding, like only padding top. So this is only getting padding from the top, not from the left. You can have padding right. Okay, so for that we must have some content to reach, some content to reach at least one line. Okay, so still not, and some more content we can write here. Okay, I guess that will now give the, okay, so we can give the padding right. So now we can view right spelling. Every time I write spellings, I'm giving some, so there is a 10 pixel of padding here. We can have like on bottom, so like this way. You can have the left as well. Okay, so now this is the padding from the left only. Okay, so we can also have like shorthand property of giving all the things like from everywhere. If you want to give a 10 pixel padding, it will get from the top, right, bottom, left. And there is a sequence also, like 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 30 pixel and 40 pixel. So there is a sequence: top, 10 pixel for top, 20 pixel for right, 30 pixel for bottom and 40 pixel for the left. So this is the sequence: top, right, bottom and left. So these are similar for the margin also. Okay, so I hope now that you are okay with this. Now there is one bonus trick which I am going to show you, which is like box shadow. We can have like shadow to the right, like x-axis 5 pixel and y-axis 5 pixel. We can have the how much blur we want to make it, so we can have like a 10 pixel blur, and we can give the color of that shadow, which is can be like hash and CCC, which is kind of gray color. I'm saving it, so you can see that here is some shadow. For the reverse direction, we can just use -5 and -5 for the XY direction. This is -5, and if you want X and Y into the positive, we can use like this way. So this way, so you can use the box shadow, which is kind of a bonus trick for now. We can also sharp this corners using border radius. So how much we want to sharp it, like 10 pixel, it will get sharp like by 10 pixel. We can give the maximum of half, so like this way. And if we give into the percentage, it will make a ellipse. So look at this, like this way. And as we have given overflow auto, so that's why it's not showing the content outside world. Okay, so hope you now got it. So I'm just removing it, so it's not looking good. So just for the understanding, we can use it. Okay, so this is what we have achieved so far, and we'll see you into the next video. Thank you.